Hey babe, I just tried calling, but your phone went straight to voicemail, so I'm guessing it's dead or you're busy or something. Anyway, if you get this message, I just wanted to let you know that I finished work early today. My boss overstaffed the place, so I said I'd go home to even out the numbers. So I'm heading home, and I guess I'll see you when I get there, or if you're out, I'll see you when you get there. Oh, also, because we've got, like, the whole day, maybe we can go out and do something? Just the two of us? It's been a while since we've just been spontaneous and done something fun. I was thinking maybe we could head to the beach, maybe take a picnic with us or something. Well, let me know once you've read this message. I love you, and I'll see you soon.
Derek, how dare you do that? Do you even understand how rude you just were? Derek?
Derek, man, I'm so sorry you had to find out like that. I swear, I never wanted you to get hurt or nothing, man. You didn't want me to get hurt? Well, then maybe you shouldn't have slept with my wife. Look, it's not like I planned for this to happen. I especially didn't think you'd barge in on us, like you did, which was extremely rude and awkward, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. Next time I'll knock and let you know that I'll wait for you downstairs, shall I? Maybe I'll even bring a bottle of wine or something so we can all have a big laugh about it, yeah? Jeez, there's no reason for you to be so sarcastic. I'm not trying to be rude to you, am I? Mate, with all intended offense, just get lost. I think I'm allowed to feel angry and upset at the fact that I just discovered my wife cheating on me with who I thought was my best friend. Okay, yeah, I get that, but come on, it's not like you were the best husband, were you? What do you mean by that? Well, I told me all about how you would never buy her the things she wanted or take her to places she wanted to go. It was kind of selfish of you, don't you think? Plus, you would, never be spontaneous or romantic for her. A life like that can get kind of boring. Wow, okay. Not that I have to explain anything to the likes of you, but I did buy Violet, or Vi, as you apparently like to call her, lots of things that she wanted. I also took her to lots of places on days out and weekend getaways and the like. The things that she's on about to you, the items and the vacations she wants, are all massively expensive. Brands like Louis Vuitton or Gucci, and holidays to the Seychelles and places like Dubai or Bora Bora. That's what she's on about when she's complaining to you. And if I could get her those things and take her to those places, I would in a heartbeat. However, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not exactly rolling in money, am I? I simply can't afford to do that. As for it being spontaneous and romantic, I'm always asking her if she'd like to go away for little mini breaks, and I'm always buying her little gifts like flowers or chocolates or stuff like that. Yeah, but that's not really what she wants. Maybe if you actually try to do something with your life and instead of working a simple, low-paying 9-to-5 job, you'd actually be able to keep your wife loyal. Instead, she's had to go and find someone who will actually treat her right. Oh, it worked out for me, so thanks for that. Really, you're a builder, Joe, not a millionaire playboy. Don't make more than you, though, which is all that matters, as it keeps Vi happy. You know what? I'm done talking to you. I can't believe I ever thought you were my friend. I never want to hear from you again. Got it? Don't you think that's a bit childish? I mean, really. You're gonna call me mean and go cry to mommy next? Nah, I'm just gonna block you. Huh? Oh, wow. Real mature, Derek.
Derek, stop ignoring me and answer.
What, Violet? Can't you understand that I don't want to talk to you right now, not after what you've done?
Well, ignoring it isn't going to make this whole situation go away. I just can't believe you were so rude to me and Joseph, though.
What?
Well, just barging in on us like that? And then you went and threw Joseph out of the house with just his boxers on. I mean, that was an incredibly horrible thing to do. You don't just do that to people.
Violet, I had every right to do that. You were both going behind my back in the worst way possible. You're my wife. How could you just do that to me?
Well, I mean, is it really that difficult to understand why?
What do you mean?
Ugh, fine. I'll spell it out for you. You were just so incredibly boring and dull. And that would be okay if you had money, because then I could go off and entertain myself by going shopping or having spa days or whatever, but you're not even rich. I mean, honestly, what kind of idiotic woman would actually want to stay with a penniless, boring loser who can't even afford to buy his wife a diamond necklace just to show that he loves her? You really should have seen this coming.
If you hate me so much, why'd you bother agreeing to marry me in the first place?
Well, I thought that maybe you would rise in the ranks of your job to a high-paying position. Then I could have had the lifestyle that I want.
So, you were literally only with me for the money?
Yeah, pretty much.
You are seriously unbelievable. After everything I've done for you, I gave up the chance to go traveling and have an actual adventure simply because you said it would be better to get a job so that we could get a house and settle down. You knew that it was my dream to do that, to see the world. I even asked you to come with me. How's that for spontaneity? If I'd known that you were only bothered in being with me to earn money for you to spend, I'd have gone traveling in a heartbeat.
And if I had known that you would just remain a lowly, underpaid loser, I wouldn't have bothered wasting my time being with you. Joseph at least has a high-paying job. I'll be able to afford a nice, comfortable life with him.
Oh yeah? So, is this you saying you're officially leaving me then?
Well, duh. I'm not going to be staying with you now that you know everything, am I?
No, you definitely aren't.
Precisely. Anyway, I'm not just leaving you. I'm divorcing you.
Well, at least we can both agree that we want that to happen as soon as possible.
Uh-huh. Oh, but just so you know, I'm keeping the house.
I don't think you are.
It's my house.
Actually, I'm the one who's been paying the mortgage and all the bills, so it's actually mine.
I don't think so. The courts will definitely side with me on this one. You know, being the woman and all. They won't throw me out onto the streets. Especially because I have no job. They'll let me keep the house whilst you continue to pay for it. LOL.
You really think they'll do that?
Yep. My friend Charlotte did the exact same thing as me, and she got to keep her husband's house. He's still paying for it now, and she gets alimony off of him. It's like the perfect way to have a luxurious lifestyle without having to lift a finger.
You're a horrible woman, and I can't believe I didn't see it before. All those years, trying to please you and make you happy, and you couldn't have cared less about me.
Pretty much. Let's face it, you're not the brightest crayon in the pack, are you? I've been cheating on you with Joe for at least 4 months now, and you didn't even notice. It's kind of sad, really.
4 months?
Anyway, I'm going to go now. Just thought I'd let you know that I've locked you out of the house, so don't even bother trying to get back in.
At least let me get some clothes and some of my things.
Tough luck. You're not stepping another foot in my house ever again. I'll put your things on the sidewalk at some point. If you want them, you better be quick to get them.
Violet, don't be so horrible. You've already cheated on me. Isn't that enough? Do you really have to go so far as to be so cruel in regards to my things?
In all honesty, it's just funny to me to see what a pitiful loser you are.
Whatever. I'll be by later to get my things. If you don't let me in, I'll call the house and claim that you're trespassing and squatting in my home.
Ugh, fine. You can get some clothes. You always have to ruin my fun, don't you? It's just one of the reasons why I cheated on you.
Well, thanks for letting me know. Real helpful feedback. Look, just leave me alone, okay? I'm upset and I just really don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to end up saying something that I don't mean.
Geez, even when you've been cheated on, you're boring. Won't fight back or argue or anything. It's pathetic.
Whatever, I'm going. I'll be by to pick up some of my things in a bit. Seriously, Violet? I'm gone for like a week and you moved Joseph into my house? That's not your house to decide to do that. It's my house, so I get to decide who lives in it and who doesn't. I let you have it for now so that you can sort yourself somewhere new to live, despite everything you've done to me. I'm still a gentleman and I wanted to give you a chance to find a new home. But instead, you've decided to move the very person you cheated on me with into my home?
I've already told you, when our divorce goes to court, I'll be granted pretty much everything that you own, including the house. So it's basically my house now anyway, LOL. That means I can invite whoever I want to live with me in it, and you can't say anything about it.
On paper, that house is mine. I've been patient enough with you. I want you to get all your things, and Joseph can get all of his, and I want you both out by tomorrow evening.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. This is my home, and I'm staying right here. It's the least that I'm owed for marrying you. I had hoped that by now you'd have been a rich and successful man who I could have had at least half the money off of. But you're not. So a house is what I'll have to settle for.
Well, you won't be getting if I have anything to say about it. I mean, you haven't met my lawyer, have you?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. You'll find out soon. See you in court.
When I see you there, you'll be blubbering like a baby when the judge gives me everything you own. I'll make sure to bring my camera so I can remember the occasion.
Funny, I was about to say the same thing to you.
Oh, please. You're just all talk. You won't actually do anything to me because you simply don't have the courage to do so. You'll just moan and whine, but ultimately, I'll win. Because I'm smarter and better than you in every way. I'll even lie if I have to. You know I can fake cry, so I'll just use that and make you look like the bad person. Then when I've won the house, I'll use the money I've won from you as well to completely renovate it to how me and Joseph would like it. How funny will that be? LOL.
Yeah, keep dreaming. It's not gonna happen.
We'll see. Though for now, it looks like you'll have to go back home to mommy and daddy. LOL.
Well, they're much nicer and kinder than you've ever been, so I don't really see how that's a loss for me.
What was that?
What was what?
That. In the court. You never told me that your lawyer was my ex-boyfriend?
Oh, it must have slipped my mind. Whoops.
Whoops. How come I never knew? Since when did Adam become a lawyer? I never would have broken up with him had I known he was actually going to become one and earn lots of money. Now he thinks I'm just a horrible, gold-digging woman who only goes after men with money so that I can take it for myself.
But that's what you are.
I am not.
You tried to take everything I owned simply because you could. To try and make my life miserable because you thought it would be funny? I think that qualifies you as a horrible gold-digging woman. Good job you didn't get a single dollar of my stuff, though. Bet you didn't see that coming.
That's another thing. It's not fair. I don't care what the court says. You owe me at least half of your things and the house. I lived in that house with you as your wife, so I just legally get half of it.
You can't legally have a house. What? Would you stay upstairs and I'd stay downstairs? Somehow, I don't think that would work.
You know what I mean. You should sell the house and give half of the money to me.
Not likely. Did you know that Adam is one of the best lawyers in the city? When I first asked him to help me out, the price he gave me was way too high. I was gonna have to find a different lawyer, more in my price range, but when he learned who I was divorcing, well, he halved his price just so he could help me out. Funny how you've brought two people together, isn't it?
But why would he do that?
Well, apparently, I'm not the only guy you've tried to extort money from. Adam said that you also expected money off of him. At the time, he was only a first year in college, so he didn't really know what to do. You told him you had photos of him that he wouldn't want getting out into the public, and that if he didn't give you his car, he would soon be kicked out of college because of them. Funnily enough, when you do that to someone, they often want to get a little bit of payback, and helping me was his. He was determined not to give you $1 of my money or any of my things, and thanks to you and your boyfriend being so honest in our conversations about how you've been going behind my back for quite a while, we were able to make a pretty solid case. So, thank you very much for that.
Oh, get lost. It's not fair. I never thought you'd be able to use those conversations in court. I thought that they would just have to go on testimonials.
Well, then maybe you should have done a bit of research beforehand, yeah? Anyway, according to the judge, you have 24 hours to get your stuff and get out of my house. Both of you, and if it isn't left in the state that I left it in, meaning not messy or destroyed or anything like that, I'm allowed to call the police for destruction of property and whatnot. So if you want to make a mess, just remember, everyone knows who was in that house before I moved back in, and they can fine you a lot of money to pay for the repairs.
They can't do that.
Actually, they can.
I can't believe you've done this to me. It's not fair.
Well, I'm afraid that's life. Anyway, I'm gonna go and celebrate my win. Not only did I not have to pay you a single dollar, but I no longer have to stay married to such a horrible woman.
But now that I've lost this divorce, Joseph said that he doesn't want to be with me anymore. He said that he's worried I'll try and do the same thing to him.
Well then, looks like he's got a few wits about him. I wouldn't have put it past you to do that.
Well, I've got nowhere to go, so maybe we can just give our relationship another go? I mean, I could stay at home and we could go to a couples therapy thing.
No way. I'm really not fussed what you do now, but it for sure won't be staying with me. You show me your true colors, and I'm not about to put myself back in that horrible situation. I'm done with you. For good.
No, you can't do that. Only I can decide if our relationship is over, not you.
Well, tough. I've decided that you and I are done. I don't want anything to do with you from this point on. Goodbye, Violet. I hope you have a good life, but it won't be involving me. After that, I blocked Violet from all of my social media apps. I didn't want to hear from her ever again. I was able to move back into my house, which was left in the exact same condition that I left it in. It's been difficult getting used to being on my own again, but I'm slowly getting back to normal. I'm not ready to start dating again, as what Violet did to me left a big mark. But I'm happy focusing on me for the time being and making myself happy. As for Violet, last I heard, she tried scamming another man by marrying him and then trying to take all of his money. But from what I know, it backfired and she ended up having to pay him. Sometimes karma really is the best revenge.